the words of St. Paul, as the church submits to Christ, so should wives to their husbands in everything. Do you think Paul was a misogynist? Having heard this passage, many would think, or we have heard people say, oh, Paul was a misogynist. He didn't like women. Is it true? It only means one thing. You haven't read the verse before or the verses after. What does Paul say in the verse before it? Give way to one another in obedience to Christ. Message to everybody, give way to one another. Respect each other. Love each other. Think of the other person as more important than you. Always think about the other. Then Paul says about husband and wife. First of all, to wife, submit to your husband. But what is the next verse? It will kill you. The next verse is, husbands should love their wives just as Christ loved the church and sacrificed himself for her. Sacrificed. So Paul is saying, husbands, sacrifice your life for your wife. About wives, only you submit. Husbands, you kill yourself for your wife. Which is more important or which is more difficult? The wife only has to obey the husband, but husbands have to sacrifice themselves. That word is, not that word, sacrifice. Give everything. Forget yourself. You don't exist at all. You live for your wife. You have to live entirely, completely for your wife. Your life has no meaning if it is for you. So husband, if you want a meaningful life or a good Christian life, you forget yourself and live only for your wife. Which is more difficult. The first one is, again I am repeating, you just obey your husband. The second one, husband, no. You live only for your wife. Sacrifice everything for her. In other words, beyond the cross, as Jesus did. That is a very difficult message for the husbands. Now what do you think about Paul? Is he a misogynist? Change your understanding of Paul. Paul is never a misogynist. He is, on the other hand, he is on the side of women. Husbands, you are not treating your wife well. Make sure you embrace the cross. Die on the cross for your wife, because she deserves all your love and care. Because your life, the meaning of your life, depends entirely on how much you sacrifice your life for her, how much you embrace the cross for your wife.